Good day to all and my respect. Quite a bit of the free time. I have to help my native country and quite effectively, but after hearing about the premiere sensational even before its official release of the series, The Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power in 2022. He will not forget to subscribe to the channel so as not to drink new cool movies. And so, let's go! I found an opportunity and literally watched the first 2 episodes of this epic with interruptions in the field. The impressions that are diametric opposite, but there are much more negative ones. I will try to be as objective as possible, despite the fact that the writers and directors simply abuse Tolkien legacy. I will never to be able to understand the excuses of the producer of this project who allowed this series to be shown. Fans will not forgive, and the Amazon Prime Video platform will be washed away from this shame for a long time. Now about everything in order. I will start with pleasant moment. They really are, and I don't want to downplay their potential. I'll start with a budget of $46.5 million, which is almost twice the budget of the entire original trilogy of The Lord of the Rings. It will be difficult to do everything badly, or rather simply impossible, since there are a lot of excellent specialists in the field of cinematography in the West. The first positive point is the unique beauty and quality of computer specialist effect. They literally eclipsed everything that used to be shown in the most famous TV series, in my opinion. Striking isn't just the most realistic visual, but the graphic work it out even in detail. Just for the sake of this series is worth watching to enjoy the stunning graphics, which I have reviewed even on the screen of my iPhone. As soon as I get to the big screen, I will definitely watch all the series in 4K format again. The second positive point, the scenery, makeup and costumes. These attributes have certainly not been spared financial resources. Everything looks as realistic as possible. No hints of perhaps cold weapons are especially striking in the quality. Very beautiful specimen. The third positive moment for me is the acting of one of the main character actress, Morphy Clark, who I remember from the horror comedy Pride and Prejudice and Zombies in 2016. What an easy and relaxed game. The highest skill, it is simply impossible to describe in words. Despite the delusional plot, this actress is very pleasant to watch on the screen. She literally got used to the role. I think many people will catch themselves thinking like me that they lost the threads of logic while watching the series, but enjoy her wonderful action. This is where all the advantages, in my opinion, and the real trash and horror begins. The main disadvantage of the series The Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power in 2022 is the plot. I don't know now from which psychiatric hospital the screenwriters who decided to abuse Tolkien were released, but they also disappointed me very much. This isn't a flight of fancy, no, there are delusional thoughts sucked out of your finger against the background of watching the trilogy of the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. Even the fictional positive and negative fairy tale characters fit so harmoniously in the overall story that it simply causes disgust. What is the purpose of the new saga? To lead the inhabitants of Tolkien's universe in a circle and in one quest of them? But it's not a computer game, this is cinema art. Therefore, these screenwriters should write stories only for computer games. I was convinced of for this. I was also very disappointed with the main director, Juan Antonio Bayón, who is best known to me for the rather mediocre film Jurassic World 2 in 2018, of course. He was able to ensure that many actors showed their best side, but the worst thing is that many of them couldn't understand the meaning of what was happening on the set, and it's noticeable of these faces. Yeah, they perfectly entered their role, but too much pathos against the background of a delusional plot makes the series as ordinary tragicomedy, and it's very difficult to hide it. And of course, I will never be able to forgive Bayón or not being able to get the producer to stop this orgy and rewrite the script. Just nothing, just rewrite the script. That was possible to spend $5 million, but I get a wonderful and truthful plot. But he did not do it, didn't use his authority, but simply kept silent and did his job. And Tolkien fans will never forgive him for that. To spend almost $500 million, which is capable of saving hundreds of lives, and to make such mediocre series as a crime in my opinion. I also want to mention as a very unsuccessful casting of supporting actors, absolutely not charismatic and faceless. It is largely thanks to them that this series doesn't cause any feelings in terms of acting. A complete failure despite the huge number of disadvantages. I will still recommend this series, reluctantly. Amazing computer graphics and camera work will not leave anyone indifferent, and the action skills of the main characters will simply fascinate you. If you were interested, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and write in the comments which movie or TV series should I review. Thanks for watching. Bye.